What happens when the girls next door turn into the faces of pure evil? When those same smiles that once lit up Instagram feeds suddenly appear in mugshots that break the internet? Welcome to a story so wild, so twisted, and so morally confusing, that even Hollywood wouldn't dare to script it. These aren't just criminals, they're influencers of infamy, TikTok's most unexpected villains, and courtroom legends who went from she would never to, oh, she absolutely did. And the best part? We've got exclusive reactions straight from inside those cold prison walls. Imagine that, 1 second you're doing a makeup tutorial, the next you're serving a life sentence while your old followers are still commenting queen behavior. But here's the million-dollar question. What happens when justice finally comes knocking on the doors of the so-called untouchables? Are these women remorseful, or are they just mad they got caught? Because what we've uncovered in their final reactions to their sentencing will blow your mind, question your morality, and maybe even make you laugh at how unbelievably delusional some people can be. Buckle up, because this isn't just true crime, it's true chaos. They say evil doesn't always wear a mask, sometimes it wears lip gloss and posts motivational quotes about healing and self-love while hiding a darkness that could make a horror movie look like a comedy, and that is exactly where our story begins, with a girl the internet once adored, a face that went viral for makeup tutorials and emotional story times that could make even the coldest heart melt. She was the perfect example of online innocence until the cracks began to show, until that picture-perfect smile turned into a smirk that made people question everything they thought they knew about her, because behind those filters and flawless lighting was a mind that thrived on manipulation. The so-called Queen of Ice, as her followers called her, wasn't just a social media personality, she was a storm waiting to happen when her boyfriend mysteriously died in a car crash. Her tearful posts flooded the internet and millions mourned with her hashtags, trended, fans donated to fundraisers, everyone felt her pain, or so they thought, because weeks later, investigators discovered a series of private messages that painted an entirely different story. Leaked texts revealed she had been arguing with him just hours before his death. Witnesses claimed she boasted about how she could make people do whatever she wanted. Even one friend confessed that she once said, "If I can't have him, no one will." The police dismissed it as a rumor at first, until they uncovered footage from a traffic camera showing her car accelerating moments before the crash. When asked about it, she said it was a glitch. She smiled and said maybe God wanted him home early. That's when the internet started to turn. Her followers split into two sides, one defending her, calling her misunderstood, the other convinced she was the definition of evil. But what made everything worse was her reaction to the growing chaos. Instead of hiding, she leaned into it. She posted cryptic captions like "Bad girls don't cry," and turned comments off, only fueling more suspicion. Her best friend, who once appeared in all her videos, suddenly vanished. Rumors started swirling that the friend had flipped and was now talking to police. Sources claimed she had screenshots, voice notes, and private DMs that would expose everything. When one of those alleged messages leaked, it was pure chaos. She was heard saying, "He begged me to slow down, but I just wanted him to feel what I felt." The quote went viral within hours. Even though no one could prove it was real, it didn't matter, because in the world of internet, justice perception is truth. The more she stayed silent, the louder the world got. People camped outside her house, the media spun every photo into a theory, and by the time police showed up with a warrant, she was streaming live doing a skincare routine. Her calm face never cracked as the officer's voice echoed in the background, reading her rights. Her audience thought it was a prank until the screen went black. The internet exploded within minutes. The video of her arrest became the most shared clip of the week. Millions of people reposted it, with captions like "Justice served" or "Turned inmate." But what no one expected was how calm she looked inside that police car while the world called her a monster. She just stared out the window with that same detached smile that once sold millions of lip gloss kits. Insiders say that when officers took her in for questioning, she acted like it was an interview rather than an interrogation. She asked them if the lighting was okay, and even joked about her mugshot becoming her new profile picture. One officer reportedly said she didn't blink once during the entire session. She sat there perfectly still, sipping water, as if nothing about her life had just crumbled. The investigators later found a burner phone hidden inside her car containing messages between her and an anonymous account allegedly connected to a shadowy group that specialized in cleaning up scandals. The messages detailed strategies to control narratives, suppress hashtags, and release sympathy content at specific times. One message even read, "We'll make her the victim before they make her the villain." This revelation sent social media into chaos again. Suddenly, everyone was debating whether she was truly evil or just another product of internet Fame gone wrong, the plot thickened when leaked. Footage from jail security cameras showed her pacing in her cell, practicing facial expressions as if she were rehearsing for a scene. She would smirk, then frown, then fake cry before looking straight into the camera, whispering, "I'll be trending." By morning that clip went viral to gaining millions of views in hours. The comments ranged from pure disgust to dark admiration. One user wrote, "She's scary, but she's smart." Another said she's the new era of villains. Her fan pages that once posted makeup tutorials were now posting edits of her courtroom appearances set to dramatic pop songs. Meanwhile, the investigation was uncovering more disturbing evidence, including deleted videos from her private archive where she seemed to mock her followers for believing every lie she told. One video allegedly showed her saying, "The internet doesn't love me, they love the character I play, so I'll give them a finale they'll never forget." Psychologists weighed in on talk shows, calling her behavior a textbook example of narcissistic detachment, but others claimed she was simply playing into her own myth, building her image as the untouchable ice queen. The prosecution, meanwhile, built a case filled with messages, location data, and statements from people she once called friends, each one describing her as cold, manipulative, and obsessed with fame. When her trial finally began, the courtroom looked more like a movie set. Journalists filled every seat, influencers live tweeted every reaction, and outside fans lined up holding signs that read "Free the Queen," as if she was some misunderstood celebrity. Instead of a woman accused of murder, when the judge entered, she turned and winked at a camera. The world froze as she whispered into the mic, "Tell them I'm still beautiful." The trial became a spectacle that no one could look away from. Reporters called it the social media circus of the decade, and every detail turned into a trending topic, from her courtroom outfits to the way she adjusted her hair before the verdict. Even the judge at one point had to pause the proceedings because fans outside were chanting her name as if she were performing a concert. Witnesses took the stand one after another, telling stories of manipulation, fear, and control. One of her ex-friends testified that she used to record private conversations just in case she ever needed to destroy someone later. Another claimed she once laughed after reading hate comments about her ex, saying, "Attention is attention no matter where it comes from." Prosecutors presented evidence of her searching phrases like "how long until car crash data deletes" and "how to fake innocence under stress." Each revelation hit the crowd like a bomb, but through it all she sat there, untouched, expressionless, like she was watching someone else's life fall apart instead of her own. When the verdict day finally arrived, the tension was unbearable. Cameras flashed as the judge prepared to speak. The crowd waited, holding its breath. She closed her eyes for the first time since the trial began, and when the words "life imprisonment" echoed through the room, something strange happened. She smiled. It wasn't a nervous smile or a sad one, it was calm, almost triumphant, as if she had won something no one else could see. The courtroom gasped. Her lawyer dropped his pen, and the families of the victims broke down in tears, but she just looked straight ahead and whispered softly into the microphone, "I told you I'd go viral." That moment shattered whatever sympathy anyone had left for her. Within minutes, clips flooded the internet, memes poured in, hashtags switched from "Free the Queen" to "Lock the Queen." Fans who once defended her deleted their posts, pretending they never supported her. The prison released her mugshot, and it instantly became a meme template for betrayal captions, like "When your Wi-Fi betrays you," appeared next to her cold stare. Even in jail she found a way to stay relevant. Reports surfaced that she was writing a book about her life, calling it Cold Truth. Insiders claimed she had already sold rights for a documentary, claiming she wanted to tell her side of the story. Critics called it exploitation, fans called it iconic, and the rest of the world just called it insane. But the strangest twist came weeks later, when leaked letters from her cell revealed that she didn't regret a thing. One line read, "Fame is forever even behind bars," and that was enough to remind everyone that for her attention wasn't a consequence, it was the reward. It was the reward. So what do you think about all of this? Can someone really be that calm, that calculated, that unbothered after causing so much chaos in the lives of everyone around them? Is it possible that the world we scroll through every day is full of people playing characters, manipulating narratives, and turning tragedy into performance art? Or is this just one extreme case, a cautionary tale of how obsession with attention can turn someone into a master manipulator? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think she truly felt nothing? Or is it all part of a bigger, darker strategy? And what about the fans, the friends, the brands? Are they complicit, or just victims of the same spell? Drop your theories, your wildest ideas, and even your most skeptical takes in the comments below. And if you've been hooked by the twists, the drama, and the shocking truths that keep unfolding, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update on stories that the mainstream media won't touch. Trust me, The world of the internet is stranger than fiction, and the next jaw-dropping story could be just around the corner. Stay curious, stay suspicious, and remember, not everything is as innocent as it seems.